Hello and welcome back to another episode of a new game, Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse. This is something I've wanted to record for a long time and figured it'd be easier and shorter to do than, say, an RPG that I typically like to do. And this game is just near and dear to my heart because this is one of those ones that I grew up with and have very fond memories of. And I think a lot of other people did too because it received critical praise back in the day. This was released in 1990, I believe, in both Japan and North America on the Sega Genesis. And they also had not spin-offs. It also released on the Game Gear and Sega Saturn as well. Although the Game Gear one is not a one-for-one translation. It was very similar, but there's plenty of differences, like how objects are thrown and going up and down ladders and things like that. But it was critically acclaimed for its music, its charm, its level design, but mainly that sticks out is its animation. Its animation of Mickey Mouse, which I'll get into once we start playing it, and mainly his idle animation, which and how the character of Mickey Mouse comes to life, and it's illustrated very simply through how they chose to animate him on screen. So you'll see that as we get rolling here. I don't think I'm going to do an episode 0 for the series. I'll just kind of talk about it a little bit and jump right in and at least do the first level for this episode. I doubt I'll be able to tackle the whole game in one sitting, considering that my wife is due home relatively soon, and I have a chance while the kids are asleep at the moment. So, this is, I love this game, and this particular one that we're recording on, the screen is actually on the PS3. And the reason, the only time it came out on the PS3 is as a pre-order bonus when you got the 2013 remake of Mickey Mouse Castle of Illusion Mickey Mouse. And so we're gonna play this that they made for us. I think it works out pretty well rather than doing an emulator and stuff on the computer. I will note that I never said this is developed by Sega and published by them, so it's a straight Sega game that, according to Wikipedia, held what established the console's reputation before Sonic came along in '91, for what that's worth. And it was also the first in a few game series what they tried to do, a Castle of Illusion series. I never played the other games, and I never even played the Game Gear version. I didn't have a Game Gear as a kid of this game, so I can only attest to this one. I still love it. I haven't played it in a while, probably since the remake of in 2013. So it's been about 7 years, possibly. I take that lie back. I have played with my son here and there, but for as long as I can hold his interest for it. So it's been a couple of years, but I don't think I've sat down and played through the whole thing in about 7 years. So we're going in fresh. I kind of know where stuff is and how to do it, so I shouldn't be too terrible, but you never know. I will note here before we jump in, this pre-order bonus, this emulated version on the PS3 gives you lots of options. It's pretty neat. You can obviously change your controller to compare it to the Sega controller, and you can map your buttons or even do rapid press stuff. for this game is not really necessary. The screen itself, how I'm going to be running this game is in a full screen, and with the scan lines off. So if you had an old TV back in the day before high definition television, LED or LCD screens and all that quantum dots and stuff like that, you had scan lines on your TV. And what those would do, apart from physically, that's how big the where the pixels were in between each other, and you could physically see the lines in between the pixels. But they also smoothed textures out. But now we have software to do that for us, leading to smoothing right here. And some would argue that taking the smoothing off, can I move this so you can't really see what's behind it, has its own sort of visual charm, or actually prefer it. But I'm going to be playing with smoothing on, just so things aren't as sharp or jagged or defined pixels there. We at least blend it a little bit. So, but you can always change that here. The other, you can change the game version, which is pretty neat. I don't really know the differences. I tried to look it up, and I found that there was in the Japanese version, in level 4, there's a jump that's easier. So I don't know if any of the text is easier, but gameplay is pretty much the same across the board. They also have credits and a replay functionality, which I did find. I did have one replay towards the end of the game, and it's because I was down to my last life and my last piece of health, and I ended up beating it. I couldn't believe it. This does work it's because it is an emulator. It has save states and stuff like that. I won't try to abuse it too much, if at all. I'll probably just end up saving in between each level anyway. So let's just jump right into it. I've been talking way too much. Load save data, no. We're gonna start fresh. Sega. Once Upon a Mouse. There's a little story here. Welcome to Vera City, where life is joyful and everyone lives in peace. All but one, that is. One who is jealous of Minnie's beauty and popularity. The witch Mizrabel. One day... Wow. Run, Mickey! Mickey had to do something. He chased after the witch Mizrabel all the way to the... You can see where this is going. Widescreen. Castle of Illusion. Trademark. Starring Mickey Mouse. The difficulty you can do normal or easy. Oh, you can do hard or practice. Practice only lets you do pretty much like the first couple stages, and then it boots you. Normal starts you with 3 health each level, and hard starts you with 2 health. You know what? Let's do hard, because I don't know why. Let's just do it. And then you can change your control scheme, but we were able to do that at the emulated menu, so let's just do it! Hurry, before Mizrabel uses her powers of illusion to make herself look like Minnie and make Minnie look evil like her! You must find the 7 gems of the rainbow. They will give you the power to overcome Mizrabel. But be careful, the gems are protected by the Master of Illusion. But bounce. That is another feature that is awesome. that Mickey doesn't just jump on enemies, he straight up butt bounces them away. He said the master of illusion. I think he means the masters of illusion, because there's multiple bosses throughout the game. So it's pretty straightforward. You get to jump, and then you have to press the jump button again to activate the butt. You get some gems strictly for your score. They don't really do anything. They're more useful. They built upon this idea a lot more in the remake. Oops. There we go. That was a mistake. But, oh man. Not off to a good start. They expand on it a lot more in the remake, which Sega Australia, who did the remake, the 2013 Castle of Illusion, did an amazing job of it. And I think they work closely with the original game director too, so kudos to them. I was super impressed. I was very excited, and so, oh wow! Right off the bat, I just died by those butterflies. All right, let's try this again. Maybe hard was a bad idea. Just for showcasing this game. I'm not trying to impress anybody with my skills here. Whoa. Oh man, hard will be tricky, especially like if I keep dying at Miserable or something. I regret my decisions. I can do it though. I have faith in me. I don't have faith in me. Ah! There he goes. So if you haven't played it, you should. It's for the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and I believe you could probably play it on the Xbox One, since they have they've done a tremendous job of backwards compatibility, especially compared to the PlayStation. I'm a PlayStation fanboy, but I will give credit where it is due. So, oh, just gotta keep going there. But the gems are more of a feature in the remake. They help you out more and gain not just your score, but I think that it helps with unlockables and stuff. Oh my. Okay. Now, I know if I hit the butterfly thing while I'm swinging, he disappears. Bloop. And I know there's one of these that if I fall downward, I can get something, and I'm gonna mess it up first time. Yep. Dang it. Alright, one more try. Honestly, if I die again and get a game over here, maybe I will switch to normal, because it's not worth the hassle. Because I do kind of want to mess around and stuff too. I'm not trying to beat any records here. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I think it was this one. There we go. All right. So, all right, make this jump. Yeah. And there's no point in going down right there, so we're just, I think. Oh, that didn't work too well. I was supposed to run down the hill and not get hit by that. Ah! Is that a game over already? On the first level? Wow, I'm really showcasing my skill here. You must be brave and smart to save Minnie. Try again. Well, there you have it. Mickey Mouse, Castle of Illusion. Maybe that will be my episode 0. We're gonna do another episode actually showing off the the first level. But for now, I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for bearing with me it's such a long delay between not just the Suikoden videos, but just in general. Life is good. I have 2 kids now, and have a house and all the stuff that comes with that, the maintenance and everything else. Gosh, I changed jobs, but not really. I changed companies, but not really my role per se. I am expanding my horizons in a way. So lots of life events. From the last time I recorded till now, which all good things. So it's forgive me for not being as active as I want to. You have to believe me when I say I always. This is always in the back of my mind. I always want to take time to record, but truth be told, I don't even have a ton of time to just play video games in general. I've been working on a couple video games for like 2 years now, just on and off. And at a slower pace than what most people have right now, and that's okay. It is what it is for now. I'm putting my priorities in more important places at this time, but games have always been something that of an escape in a way. So I always enjoy them. It's just prioritizing. So I will do my best. I'm going to record all these and probably upload them on a schedule, maybe weekly, for a while. And the goal is to play through this game and play through the remake, which will take longer, but I haven't played it since it came out, and I think it'll be a great time to come back to it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode, where I actually don't get a game over on level 1 of Mickey Mouse Cast. How embarrassing. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.